So be it, Jedi.
What's going on, guys? Back with another video. As collectors, we often talk about how excited we are for figures to be announced and released, etc. So in this video, I'm going to share with you my pre-order list. As of the recording of this video, I have 5 pre-orders and 1 that's supposed to be arriving today, so you can count that as 6. Starting off this video, I am super excited about Han Solo from Return of the Jedi. Originally, I wasn't going to collect any OT figures. I sort of was leaning more towards the prequels and the Clone Wars. Well, since then, I've sort of changed my tune a little bit. I love Han Solo. I love the original trilogy, and this figure is just remarkable. I think this is going to be the definitive Han Solo when it releases. The New Hope version is very dated, and the Stormtrooper Disguise version is also dated. So if the head sculpt comes out looking anywhere near as good as this, I think this is going to be a Han Solo to have in your collection. And something that people really aren't talking too much about is the hands. I think the hands look amazing. I think these are going to be some of the best 1/6 scale hands we've gotten. So I'll definitely be making room in my collection, moving some things out, curating to have this figure represented. And you can't talk about Han Solo without Chewbacca. This is the Chewbacca with the disassembled 3PO. I probably won't display the C-3PO, to be honest with you. But man, this Chewbacca is orders of magnitude better than the original. Not even going to mention the Force Awakens version, but hoping this thing comes out looking as good as this prototype, because you can't have Han without Chewie. Next, we're going to throw in something a little different for me, especially, and we have the Feral Predator. I love the Yautja. If you don't know, that's the name of the Predator race, species, whatever you want to call it. I love the Predator films. They're just awesome. I mean, this is going to be one of the coolest alien designs ever. And while this isn't as iconic as, of course, the Jungle Hunter, I love the design. I love the more Saurian look. I love that it's leaner and bigger. I love the bone biomask. Yeah, the film wasn't perfect. I think you could probably call it the third best Predator film, of course, after Predator 1 and 2. But man, I thought about going back and buying an older figure. I hate doing that. You don't really know what you're going to get into, and I think the most recent Predator is still like 8 or 9 years old, and that would be the classic Predator from Predators. There has been a couple updated photos of this surfacing. I'll share here. It seems as though they've removed the abdomen split, and they've really updated the dreads. So I really wasn't too butthurt on, the articulation split in the abdomen from the get-go in the prototype. That didn't really bother me. But the fact that these dreads look a lot thinner and a lot more, I guess, free-flowing, it's really exciting. I just hope that they are durable, because with earlier Predators, it was very rubbery and they would degrade over time. So this should be coming out soon. Looking forward to it. And to go with the Feral Predator, we have the alien Xenomorph from Alien Romulus. Now, personally, I did not love this movie. I honestly said that it was probably the most disappointing movie that I had seen last year. It wasn't bad, don't get me wrong, but it felt just like Alien's greatest hits. I don't like something that I hate in media is when you have a sequel or something, that is referencing a legacy film or prior media, and they do callbacks or homages. There's subtle ways to do it. There's ways that are just not good. And there were a couple instances in this film where I was like, why would they do that? My opinion of the film, notwithstanding, this figure is remarkable. I think this is going to be the best 1/6 scale Xenomorph that Hot Toys has made. Yeah, it's not the big chap. It's not the alien warrior from Aliens, but it's going to be, like I said, the best one. Looks like a fully plastic sculpted figure. This isn't a rubber overlay. This isn't going to rot on you. The only thing I'm concerned with maybe is the the mouth, the tendrils at the jaw. Hopefully they found a way around the splitting of that, but like every Hot Toys alien has done that since like the beginning. I don't know. Another concern I have is this thing is like 17 inches tall, so I'm gonna have to find a way to futz it in my display case because my shelves are really only about 15 inches, so we'll see. That being said, the Alien films, especially the first two, are some of my favorite films of all time. I even love Alien 3. And while, of course, this isn't the Xenomorph that maybe most people would want, it's the one we've got. And as I said, I think it's going to be the best one that they've made. So regardless to, the intricacies that go into different xenomorphs, of course, carapace shape, ventricular tubes, etc., all the nuances. This is unmistakably a xenomorph. So regardless to, what film it's from, anyone who knows what a xenomorph is going to be able to look at your collection and say, holy shit, that's awesome. And that's kind of why I decided to go with it. And I think this will go great with the Feral Predator. Moving on to what is arguably my most anticipated figure. Hard to say. I try to have, like I said, the most equal anticipation for these figures because I feel like if you have one that you're really not looking forward to, then maybe you shouldn't have it on pre-order. But that is the battle damaged Darth Vader. This thing is just awesome. I think if you're a Darth Vader fan or Star Wars fan, this is a must-have in your collection. I didn't go with the deluxe. I would never display that sculpted cape. It's too big, and it's already close to $400 with the standard, so I didn't want to pay the extra money. I'll probably display it with either, I don't know. I really like this Hayden unmasked portrait, but you cannot deny that it just goes hard with the beat up, battle damaged body with just the helmet. So hard to say how I'll display it, but we got a full nylon suit, hopefully no pleather, hopefully no degradation. If you don't know, I just upgraded my Darth Vader to a 100% genuine leather outfit, so no worries there. But man, this thing is just remarkable. It's hard not to want this Vader. So I'll have two Darth Vaders in my collection, and this is definitely going to take up half of that. Now we're going to move on to the figure that I'm hopefully going to get today, according to FedEx. So that is the Darth Maul 2.0. The standard version, I didn't want the Sith Speeder. I recently sold my Clone Wars Maul. Based on everything I've seen, reviews, photos, etc., this thing is the Darth Maul to have, the definitive Darth Maul. Never really cared for the DX 16 or 17. I didn't really think that we would need an upgrade until I saw this, and man, there's no comparison. This is, like I said, the best Darth Maul on the market. Super excited about it. I'll definitely be posting some content talking about it when it gets here. And that is my pre-order list thus far. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Are there any of these figures on your list? Feel free to share your pre-order list in the comments below. What figure are you looking forward to the most? Coming this year, soon, next year, whatever. And thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, see you on the next one.